What's up, buttercups? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a non-spoilerly book review on The Rats by James Herbert. I really love this edition. You see this part right here? I hope you can see it. Let's zoom in. Duh. I love the little nibbles. It's just really creative and creepy and adorable at the same time. Don't ask me why I think it's adorable. I'm odd, okay? But I actually really enjoyed this novel and a very interesting concept that I couldn't rate, but still I appreciate with all of its faults. It's intriguing enough that I did finish this book. I mean, it's not even that long. Even though this book holds a lot of what you'd say novice mistakes. More on that later. Before we jump into the non-spoilery discussion, what is this book about? Well, the story is simple, yet I would say pretty brilliant. Big mutated rats are preying on humans in London, England. I think it's creepy because it's possible to have this happen. Not probable, but possible. And we're all about possibilities. There is hand waving of science, of course, because rats don't work like this. I'm not going to say how, but rats aren't like how they're portrayed in this book. There are normal rats and there are mutated rats, and so we can hand wave the mutated rats, but the normal rats interact weirdly with the mutated rats, and hand wavy, just accept it type of thing. Some people are annoyed with that. I don't mind it because maybe there's a special something or other regarding the mutated rats overtaking the regular rats. That's really up for you to decide if it makes sense or not. I didn't mind it, but I know a lot of people got annoyed with that. And I just think that it's really intriguing because there's no magic, no demons, just a possibility that this could happen. And then how do you solve that problem of mutated rats going after humans and just tearing them apart for food, and like the other rats, the regular rats, are going along with it. So what do you do? Because rats procreate really fast and it can really become a problem. And that's the whole point of the book, right? Like, how can you fix this type of problem when there are, I don't even know, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of rats? And now there's also thousands of mutated rats. And they're really hard to kill, actually. And really, when they get to a certain weight and size and they are really hungry, they are creepy looking. I grew up in Washington, D.C., and there was, when I was a kid, an issue with big-ass rats. I don't know what's happening nowadays. I know New York City has a huge problem with rats. I don't think the rat problem in Washington, D.C. is as bad as it was, so good for whoever is in charge of that, or was. I don't know. It's kind of an ongoing issue. You can't say at any time regarding rats, oh yeah, the job is done forever. It's not, because they procreate really fast. I remember my mom pulling me away, yelling at the top of her lungs from a big-ass rat that got into the baseball bleachers where I was sitting in while she and her baseball team were playing on the field. And it was that big that she saw it from the field. And she ran over, grabbed me, and just screamed at it to make it move, because it was kind of just lazily walking. And for me as a 3, maybe 4-year-old, kind of sitting alone on the bleachers, I think there might have been like 1 or 2 other people watching. Yeah, my mom was not happy. No one was happy. It was a nasty situation. The rat didn't scurry away quickly enough, so that was also a very just creepy situation. Rat bites suck, I hear. Not so much domesticated rats. They can be very good pets, so they don't live very long. But yeah, wild rats, no thank you. No thank you. So with my experience in DC with rats and the whole issue with rats in New York City, I knew there would be nasty graphic scenes, so be aware that is going to happen in this horror novel. Yeah, I mean, there are some scenes that will very much upset you. There is one particular scene, and I'm not gonna say, but ooh, that upset me so much. It's just unfair. Like, it's just overall a crappy situation, but that's what makes it moving. I read the introduction of this copy, which I absolutely love, by the way, like I said, by Neil Gaiman. Not going to go into him because that's not the point of this review, but he made some great points about this novel and shared some cool history about the book and the writer. This was his first novel he was working on while fully employed, and it's the first book that he got published, and not everyone was happy to learn that, partly because fellow writers didn't even know that he was writing a book, and then they were kind of jealous that his first book was the first ever publication that he got. And yeah, that's a little bit of a showing of jealousy going on. So like I said, I didn't rate this novel because of a few reasons. Novice writing reasons, but it's to be expected. This is his first ever book. And actually, Neil Gaiman pointed those novice mistakes in the introduction, which I found to be interesting. The characters are two-dimensional, and there are a lot of points of views. So many. Like, okay, I don't know if that is needed. And I think that's a discussion that has been made many, many times. Some of those point of views, you could argue, didn't really need to be in there. Or they didn't need to be as long as they were. Even the main character, Harris, if you can call him that, is pretty flat, not a lot of depth. However, the story is very compelling and the writing's fairly well done for a first book. No purple prose or flowery language. I have been told that his later books are better regarding fleshing out the characters more. So we love to see writing growth. It's a good thing, not a bad thing, to progress in your writing. I'd hope writers do, or else, well, I'm not sure what you're doing. But as I've been told, James Herbert did get better with his writing style and character development. So I will say that The Rats is a solid horror debut novel from the 1970s. So yes, it is a little dated. There's some stereotypes that happen in this novel regarding women. But I still enjoyed the story and therefore overlooked the flat characters and too many points of views, and will definitely look into other works by James Herbert. Thank you so much for watching my book review on The Rats. Have you read this book? Let me know your thoughts, comments, or concerns in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!